today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their -3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
On first down, Shields. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down is Locke. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Block now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Locke on the move to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Sheds off the tackle. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His his second touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Point after try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Gibbons. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Shields.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll drop to throw. This is Gibbons over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
And his kick here is good. They are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Locke. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our tour of the trip up to Toronto, Canada. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cardinals still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Falcons in that one at halftime. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we get you back up to Heinz Field and say hello once again to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action. Now it's Locke.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential. Game check. But it falls incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Back to throw. It got his man complete. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 28.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 27, Locke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. He's going to let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Shields. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Yards remain on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
No gain on the play there, second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Locke working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Shields. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Trailing 17-10, 80 seconds remaining. Now Locke out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Locke to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Locke. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Steelers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Shields. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Locke. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Rolling to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Again, they'll throw with Locke, eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.